Welcome back to my channel Taj Edge online classes. I am Yasmin Taj. I am doing index numbers in this series. Index numbers unit 5, statistics for business decision 1 for BBA first sem. Right? In the previous video, I have already explained you the concept of index number. Let's understand the various types or methods of index numbers. So here the index numbers has been segregated into two major types: simple index numbers, weighted index numbers. Simple index numbers again has been segregated as simple aggregative index number. I will write it shortly, IN index numbers. Next, simple relative index numbers. Okay, simple relative index numbers. Again, weighted index numbers has been segregated as weighted aggregative and weighted relative. So now here weighted aggregative has been segregated as three major types. There are many types, okay, almost like 10 types of weighted aggregative methods are there, but generally there are three major methods: Laspio's method, Pasch's method, and most importantly, Fisher's ideal index method. This is most important. So here for you, for first semester BBA Bengaluru City University syllabus, they have mentioned simple aggregative index numbers. From here, a question of 2 marks can be asked in your examination. Apart from that, here weighted relative is there, no? They may ask a question from here. This method is usually used to calculate consumer price index. Okay, so that will also be taught in the further upcoming videos. Okay, you keep watching the videos. Next, the most importantly, this can be asked for 5 marks. Okay, and the next most importantly, the Fisher's ideal index method from weighted aggregative method. Here, to do Fisher's ideal index, we need Laspio's method as well as Pasch's method formula. Then we will get Fisher's ideal index method. So in the upcoming videos, I will be explaining you each of these method with the problem so that you can understand it clearly step by step and be ready for the examination. So here, what did you understand now? Out of this, we need to learn simple aggregative method. Okay, that is for 2 marks question, or even they may give few more commodities if the question paper setter wants to make it simpler. The question paper setter can ask it for 5 marks also, but chances is very low. Okay, chances is very low. But one is simple aggregative method. The other one is that for 5 marks, they may ask consumer price index calculation, which we need to do using two types majorly: family budget method and price relatives method. Okay, price relative method, here weighted relative method, that itself is a price relative method, family budget method. These two I will explain you in one particular video. And the third thing, for 15 marks, they will ask you to calculate the Fisher's ideal index method, plus they will ask you to do test of time reversal test and factor reversal test. So this is for 15 marks, this is for 5 marks, and this can be for 2 marks, and the whole unit of this is 15 marks ka one question, that is 15 mark, 5 mark ka one question, that is 5 mark. Next 2 mark ka there can be 2 questions, that is 4 mark, that is total of 24 marks from this unit. So focus more on this unit and you can easily clear this subject even if you are having any backlogs, because focusing on one particular unit can get you 24 marks. If you focus on skill development question for 5 mark, and in the year 2025 QP, I am expecting a skill development question of histogram, draw a histogram and mark mode with the imaginary figures. That question I am expecting. And if you go through the skill development question, that is for 5 marks, and you learn one tabulation problem, that is 5 marks. Then totally just by learning unit 5, one skill development question and tabulation problem, you can just pass this examination, pass this subject. 24 plus 5 is 34 marks is sufficient out of 80 if you have scored more than 12 marks in your internals. 34 is enough to pass the subject, right? So if you have not scored more than 12, then you have to focus on 2 marks questions also. 2 marks questions question bank I have prepared. I have saved it in the drive. You can download it, take the print of that also. You can practice well. If you make out, like let's remove this 2 marks question here. Let's assume 20 marks. So you can add 10 marks from 2 marks questions, then 20 plus 10 plus skill development 5 marks and tabulation problem 5 marks. You can see 40 marks you will get to pass the subject. So you should be thorough with the things, perfectly prepare for whatever you are preparing. Okay, it's not about how much you prepare, it's about you should know what are all you should learn. Okay, you don't need to learn everything. Yeah, you learned it in your classroom, that is fine, but you don't need to confuse yourself, you don't need to stress yourself to pass. All you need to do is planning before doing. Okay, if you plan well, you will win. If you don't plan, you will lose. Okay, all the best for your examinations. Let's solve the problems in the upcoming videos. Thank you very much.